What could he want with all three of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role? Sounds juicy. Oh, but I'm just going to do it with my voice at this point. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumour has it that the wolf bribed his jailkeeper and then fled for the hills. So he escaped justice. For now. But don't fret, nobody managed to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Ah, good. You're all here. Excuse me, Mr. Inspector Valetti, sir. Falcon and I wondered, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps, I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution 18 years ago. This is 1830, so it's not Les Miserables. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh, great, now you've set him off. We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! That warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead, and I was heavily wounded. It's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian killer himself. Ahem. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we're here. Oh, right, of course. Why we're here. What am I about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipsters. Revolutionaries. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Parisian Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organising protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there, if you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a cricket merchant who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur. Why, the sandwich? What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel, on some peppers. It was Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking? Well, naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honoured to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. What about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard is sitting ducks. Look at the slackheads and dullards who supposedly protect and serve the country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at previous trials. Those are the results I produce when imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Cataline, it doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if it's not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls in your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? I'd be honoured to help my country. I'd be honoured to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. He's becoming Scottish. He's been moving further and further north through the accents. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride's fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course. He's like, of course. Here's 50 francs. You'll receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. 50 francs? We're being undersold. Hush, Sparrowson. This is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive croque-monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I'll check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you... I'll be doing my own independent investigation of the rebel group, JJ. So I suppose this is a competition of sorts. 3 weeks. Try to keep up with me. 3 weeks. Don't make me lag, Severin. I have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Go on, Sparrowson. We have a croque-monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation of the croque-monsieur too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. Dun dun dun. More dun dun dunning. Got 3 weeks. So we're going to go into... Oh, me goodness. Oh, me goodness. There's a lot of things around here, aren't there? We can go to the chocolate. I mean, if we look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 places that will take time. We could just start going to Les Halles and see if there's anything there. I think that probably makes sense. So let's do that now. We'll go to Les Halles, and then we know if we've done it. Here for some shopping, are we? Or is it interview time? I guess this is as good a place to ask about rebel uprisings as anywhere. Actually, I was thinking of Mademoiselle Sean. I know she's not here now, but the area just reminds me of her. Oh, the flower seller. I think she moved away, Falcon. Didn't she say she was visiting her parents in Vienna? Oh, yes. Right. Let's move. We have a lot to do. So now we've got to think about, like, where is the logical place to start. Now, for the other cases, it's been rather obvious that we needed to start at La Conciergerie, because that's the first step to kind of get anything, is to hear from the defendant. It might actually be worth heading to Renard Mousy and seeing what comes out of that. On the other hand, we could go to the hospital because apparently we need to pay for that. Let's do that and get that paid off for now. Oh, it was up there, was it? There he is, Sparrowson. Go ahead, say what you need to say.
Excuse me, Dr. Felray? I just wanted to thank you for, giving me an antidote and making me well and stuff.
No trouble at all. Sparrowson, wasn't it? Of course, there's a small matter of the debt.
Right.
Let's see. 1 hospital bed, 1 dose of specialized antidote, expert medical care from the attending physician. Total comes to 500 franc.
Falcon, can I get an advance on this month's pay? And next month? And maybe the months after?
Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm sure the doctor's a reasonable man. He will surely allow you to pay in installments.
Of course, of course. Oh, thank goodness. The current wages should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century.
Hey, your pay isn't that bad.
Now, there's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. You, monsieur, are lawyers, right? Yes? If you do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the bill down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind?
Debt collection. Sounds time-consuming. Yes. No. Sorry, Doctor.
No, that's not what it said. That said it sounds time-consuming. That wasn't a no. No, don't do this.
I hate games that do this. If I meant to say, if my character's response to that is no, have a no put in the paraphrase. This is the problem with things, with some of the Mass Effect issues, is the response. The paraphrase is different to the response. And while I can see turning this into that would be time consuming and getting rid and putting that arguably here, you can't intuit it backwards. Just put no.
And also, we're actually in the middle of a very important investigation.
Falcon, please! I don't want to spend my whole life paying the price for eating a bad chocolate wrapper. Let's hear the good doctor out.
All right, all right. There's a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts at collecting on the bill ever since. Wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know the man is a successful inventor. Did he invent a hot cheese sandwich? Croque monsieur? You can easily afford to front the bill. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could pay him a visit and strong him into loosening his purse strings. Well, I'm not making any promises, but maybe we can swing by the inventor's house if we have a few free minutes.
Thanks, Falcon. And thank you, Doctor. We will dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt.
Wait, I didn't agree to that.
Every waking moment.
Like, that must have... That was basically the morning. That's the problem with this. Is it's like... I get mechanically you want to do this, but I'd almost rather prefer it if you had, like... You go to a place and it takes you... Like, admittedly, I'm thinking with a board gamer hat on, but you could have, like... It would take... You could have, like, the times to get from one place to the next. So we're currently in La Salpêtrière. Salpêtrière, up there. So if I go here, that's like the other end of the city. So that's going to take me maybe 2-3 hours to get down here. So then you deal with that. And then from there, that spins off to... Okay, now you're going to have a bit of a chat there. So that takes a bit of time. Maybe you say an hour for each question, which I know is a bit extreme, but... If you're just doing it in hours. And then you have so many hours in a day. Which probably would allow you to get through more stuff each day. Atelier de Trouver. Let's head in. Let's get this money if we can. Come in. Are you Monsieur Gustave Trouvet? I am. And you are? Lawyers, let's talk. Well, lawyers sent on behalf of Dr. Folleret. We're here to collect a debt that you owe.
It's time to pay up, monsieur.
Oh, mon Dieu. I completely forgot about that. Listen, I'd be happy to pay, but it looks like I don't quite have enough money on hand. What to do? What to do? I know. I have a brand new invention that will blow the doctor's socks off. It's a device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field. I imagine the doctor would prefer... Oh, sorry, that's me. I imagine the doctor would prefer hard cash over some gadget. No, trust me, this baby will easily be worth 10,000, no, 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it. All right, then. Hand the device over. I'll pass it along to Dr. Folleret straight away. Well, it's not that simple. The device isn't finished yet.
It's not finished?
I know exactly what needs to be done, but I'm missing some crucial parts. Perhaps if you had some time to spare, you could help me run out and collect what I need? What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you have shopping to do, then you should do it yourself.
Falcon, please, help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt.
All right. No need to get all panicky. We'll hear the man out at least.
Great, I'll take notes.
What is it you need, monsieur? Let's see. I need a copper pot. A pot? As in like a saucepan? What on earth for? It's a necessary component for my invention. I can use it to build a portable electric battery. You see, when a zinc rod is suspended in sulfuric acid, accompanied by a copper surface, a current is generated. Save me your scientific mumbo-jumbo. One metal pot shall be trivial to acquire. One copper pot. Oh, the copper is important. Okay, one copper pot. I wonder where we can find one of those.
I've seen copper kettles at Les Halles Market, although those things aren't too cheap. I can't help but feel I saw a copper pot somewhere else.
What else? String! High-grade string to bind some components of the device together. Seems simple enough. I imagine Les Halles Market would have that in abundance.
Can we really afford to blow a whole budget at the market, Falcon? Surely there's a cheaper way to acquire string. Look, I have a loose thread on my jacket. Take it.
The string must be higher quality than that, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade.
Oh, I see.
Was there anything else you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps? No, that's everything.
All right, I've got it all written down.
Shopping list may add to your evidence folder. I feel a little conned. Came here to collect on the debt and left with a shopping list.
I'm going to follow through and get Monsieur Trouvet's items, right?
We'll see. Right, so... Right, I know we've got 3 weeks, so we're like halfway through. Question mark? Question mark? That's got an exclamation mark. I should probably go to it. But I don't know what that means. Oh, now Les Halles is a time thing. I think like we want fishing line, so we could go to the Pont des Arts because that's where our person who fishes is, And, there might actually be something in the chateau. Let's go over here, because that's got an exclamation mark. Okay. What a view. You can see the July column so clearly from up here. Ah, Cocorico, you're already here. Alright. You have news about Croque Monsieur, or is this about the other matter? Here you go, as requested, the full register of those who went to Paris Law School and the full list of graduates. He's trying to find out my name. No. Very good. Let's take a look. Could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for? Look at this list of graduates. Do you see any names you don't recognize? Well, I see my own. Class of 1837. I see that moronic prosecutor. I don't know why I made it French. Rupert Rabbington. And there's J.J. Falcon's name under the class of 1832. Very good. Now, take a look at this register page from 1829. See anything amiss? He's not there. Well, I don't see JJ's name, but I'm not quite sure what that implies, Inspector. The explanation is simple. JJ Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution. Why would he do that? Why, indeed, Monsieur Cocorico. You and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. But Falcon is a bird of prey. It is very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I've no doubt that, when the pressure rises, he will show his true colours. No, he's not evil. I'm not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JJ was a buffoon, an imbecile, and a troglodyte, but never would I describe him as a person of malice. Time will tell. Do you need me for anything else, Inspector, or shall I continue my investigation into the Croque Monsieur? There's one more thing. Take this. A pistol? No, thank you, Inspector. These are dangerous times. If you face a violent threat, you cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours. I'm well aware. I just find that these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide. Fine. I'll keep hold of it. Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you've been most helpful. I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. Okay, so that was just a little vignette. Right, so let's go to... Could go to the Pont des Arts. Yeah, let's go to the Pont des Arts and try and acquire some string. From a person who fishes. Well, if it isn't the rude lawyers. You know, you owe me, big guy. I owe you? Yep, my fishing line snapped when I dragged you out of the water the other day. I had to buy a new reel. So the way I see it, you owe me 2 francs for the fishing line and 1 million francs for saving your life. I don't have 1 million and 2 francs. Really? But you look so bourgeois. Alright, I tell you what. 2 francs for the line and we'll call it even. Fine. Here's 2 francs. Consider it a gift of gratitude for saving my life. Much thanks, monsieur. Now, why are you here? Why are we here? Oh, right, yes, we have some questions.